Okay, just a quick video to kind of review the similarities and choices between the ultra old school Victronox, utility knife, do everything, multi-tool knife, and then the Leatherman Wave here. The Victronox is probably the oldest widely available utility tool out there. And as you can see from right there, I've had this one since 1991. So it's over 30 years old. So you can see how well it's held up. And I covered up an old nickname there because I don't use that nickname. Don't need to get razzed about that. So anyways, this is a pretty cool tool. This thing traveled with me for 6 months when it was new throughout Europe. Constant travel. Never stayed in one place for more than 3 or 4 days. So I used it for everything. Cooking, can opening, cutting things. Just, it's a very versatile multi-tool knife. And so it is, I have to speak highly of these. They're old school, total old school, but it's a really good knife. And then, these little things like a toothpick, like it has a toothpick, which is really nice to have. You can use that for a lot of things. And then the other thing that it has is the tweezers, which I've used forever and I still use. I still use both of these things all the time. Now, this literally has served me well, and so I will continue to carry this knife. It has not, only the handle's broken. You can see I tried to glue it right there at one point, and it took okay to that, but it has served me well. I can't complain. And you can see it has, this one doesn't have in some of the new ones, they have a pin that goes in behind the bottle opener. They have a screw-in little screwdriver, micro screwdriver that screws into your corkscrew and gives you a little teeny standard screwdriver that you can use on sunglasses. And then some of them have a pen that slides into the handle. Now there's a few other things that they put on new ones of the same model that improves it slightly. They put a Phillips on it, which this one doesn't really have a Phillips. I mean, you could work with a Phillips screw with one of these, maybe. This one, I've bent that. You can see I've bent it from using it probably on a Phillips screw, actually. But overall, this has held up really well for a tool that I've used for a really long time. So it's hard to complain about this. So I don't even know that I would, if I had to pick, I probably would pick this because this is proven. It's lasted for longer. I mean, my last Leatherman, I broke several of the tools on it. Not using them incredibly hard either, but as you can see, this has a main screwdriver here, and it has the little screwdriver next to it. It has a leather tool here that has like a kind of a sharpened edge on one side. You've got the main blade, your can opener. Let's put those away. Well, I don't need to put them away. You can see them. So the little blade here, and then you've got the kind of different levels of grit on the. It's more of just a diagonal cut on that sanding surface, and then the other one's slightly different grit level. This is rougher. This is finer. So, and then the saw blade works really well. The scissors work really well. And the little pliers work really well. I've abused the crap out of these, and they just keep on plugging away. And the screwdriver works really well too. So I do like this a lot. It's not as cool as a Leatherman. And the Leatherman has a couple of things that this doesn't. Like this is diamond. It has a diamond saw there, and it has a rough saw on the other side. It's got a little bit better blade. It's a little more versatile, and it does lock. That's the big thing with Leathermans is they lock out. This does not lock out. I don't know if they built in that function, But one of the things about the Wave, and especially the Wave 2, they fixed some of the things that I don't like about it. It has the multi-tool, and then the case also has a spot for the bits. Like right back here, you can put the bits on either side for that. So that's nice. And on the new Wave, I think it's the Wave 2, they put it, you can change out these cutter blades here. So I've already notched those, you know, they're already messed up because and then the scissors don't work for crap on this. These scissors are not that great. They're not anywhere near as good as these. And they're actually much smaller too, as you can see. Yeah, it's a much smaller set of scissors. And I like the little micro tool that comes on this too. So I believe that's two-sided. Yeah, it's got a standard on this side. It's hard to see, but then it's got a little micro Phillips on that side. So that's good to have. It's nice. I'm trying to put that back in there so I don't lose it. And it has a little spring that holds those in right there too, as you can see. So, and it has a serrated blade. So if you ever need the serrated blade, that's going to be an important feature. And of course, real pliers, of course. You know, these pliers work, but they're only good for small tasks, whereas these guys are, you know, full on needle nose and then, you know, your standard grip. So it really depends on what you're using these two tools for, which one you're going to carry. As far as weight goes, this is lighter, right? But it's a lighter tool. It's not built for as heavy a duty of use as the Wave is. So it's more versatile for traveling. Let's put it that way. More versatile for traveling. This is better for if you're using it for work. If you're in the trades or something, this is going to be more useful. But another thing about Victorinox that is not great is they're kind of, you know, it's kind of awkward to carry it. You don't want to put it in your pocket because it's too bulky. But you can probably get a clip, you know, a belt clip for them that is something better than what I have. But the things I have to hold my Leathermans is like this, and this is a free P4, and this would go in there, I guess, but it doesn't really fit in there, right? Let's take a look. I'll put all the tools in. Try not to cut myself while I do that. Not too difficult, but you know, it's not the easiest to carry. You do have an eyelet here, so you can attach things to it and carry it with the eyelet. I do like that you could carry it in this. This holster is a little bulky though too. It's not the best for. You kind of have to put it behind you in order to use that. So I'm not sure that I love that case. And then, you know, I reviewed the free P4 against the Wave, and actually at the end of the day, I think I like the Wave better, and this is much more expensive. I do love the way it's set up to be used with one hand. That's a nice feature of the free P4, but I'll link that video, so if you want to see that, you can. But this is a really great tool, and you know, I've had it forever, and it still serves its purpose. So I recommend the Swiss Army knife and Victorinox. It's been a good quality, and now they make these with metal handles too, so you're not going to have that problem of breaking the handle like I did there. You know, I probably could just order new handles for this and put them on, as I may do, but I do recommend that as a kind of a lighter duty tool for somebody, and I think it's a really valid tool to use and have, and may serve you better than the Wave, depending on what you're doing. Certainly, if you're just traveling and you're not using it for working on things really, but just as something that you're going to use for making food and, you know, getting splinters out and first aid and opening your wine. This doesn't have a bottle opener. you know, or whatever you're doing, little things like that, trimming things. The Victorinox is a better choice for that type of thing. So if you just pick the right tool, you're going to go with this for like travel. Even though it's old school, it's not cool. You know, I mean, some people might think they're cool, but most people think that the Leatherman and multi-tools are the way to go. But, you know, that's to each his own. And that's what I think of this compared to these. So hope you're having a great week and month now here in 2025, and I'll talk to you later. If you like the review and kind of comparison, please subscribe and like the video. And if you didn't like it, tell me why in the comments. And subscribe anyways. They'll get better. So anyways, I hope you're all well. Bye-bye.